Hello Internet, this is Olin from What I'm Listening To, once again here with another episode of Quickies. So the first thing I have for you today is actually a pair of albums. I have two albums by the band Clinic. I have Winchester Cathedral and Visitations. So I just was exposed to this band not too long ago, and we were listening to one of their albums, which I have right here. This one, Walking with Thee. And I liked how kind of like, I guess mysterious you want to call it. It was like this kind of weird electronica, punk, kind of psychedelic. That album in particular was just really, really good. So I ended up picking that one up. And then I saw these ones and decided to check them out as well, just to explore more of their material. This one was in the clearance section, which was very nice. And they were put out by Domino Records, which Domino seems to put out a lot of great stuff. Not much going on that CD. The packaging on this album I really like. It's like a hardcover book. And it's kind of interesting because the liner notes are attached to it. Actually, I think, yeah, it's like a fold-out poster here. For some reason, reminds me of The Residents. But yeah, I'm excited to check these two albums out. I'm hoping they sound similar to the other album that I bought, and I'm sure I'll enjoy them. Next up, I have an album by a band called Placebo. This is their album Sleeping with Ghosts. I have their album Meds, which was one of my go-to albums for when I was feeling sad and depressed when I was a teenager. And I really haven't listened to anything else by the band, so I decided to peruse through what we had. And this one I know is the album before Meds. I believe it's the album before Meds. So I thought, well, may as well just stick with the album I know well and just go back an album. I don't know anything off of this. I figured this should be a nice sort of exploration of more of their material, since they have, I think, like 6 or 7 albums. Lyrics, freaky photos of the band. Come on, there we go. More lyrics, more freaky photo. Yeah, so anyways, not sure what to expect from this, but if it sounds anything like Meds, then I'm sure I'll like this one. Okay, next up, I have an album by the band Popovu. So Amoeba San Francisco has a really, really cool section called Psych Prog, which I believe is pretty unique to that location. I know the Berkeley store doesn't have that. I don't know if LA does, but anyways, it's essentially what it sounds like. It's just a section dedicated to psychedelic prog music. So like Hawkwind is in there, Cluster is in there, this band is in there, Faust is in there. Basically any sort of krautrock, anything like that, you're going to find in that section. But Popovu is a band that I've known about for quite some time, and thanks to the band Flying Saucer Attack, who has two songs actually, called Popovu, and were massively inspired by these guys, brought the band to my attention. So it's been kind of a long time coming, but I decided to actually grab one of Popovu's albums to explore it. Once again, have not listened to a single thing by the band, but I know they are very, very influential as far as ambient and psychedelic music goes, so really looking forward to checking this one out. This copy is missing its booklet, sadly, so I don't have anything to flip through, but regardless, I'm excited to dive into this. And then the final CD I have today, this is an album by Low. This is one of their many, many albums called Ones and Sixes. So I really, really, really like this band, and there was a time where I was basically buying anything that they put out. I've since kind of stopped that because all their albums kind of range in sounds. You know, they're primarily known for being a slowcore band, but they're much more than that. They do slowcore, they do kind of folk rock. They've gotten pretty experimental, ambient, droney, and that's what's really exciting about this band is they kind of change things up. So this particular album is the one that came before. Oh God, I can't even remember the name of it. It's the most recent record they released, which is very, very experimental. And so I decided that I wanted to check it out because I have not listened to this. I love this cover. It's very minimal, but it evokes so much emotion, which in my mind is sadness, which is a perfect descriptor to their music. It's just very sad, but very beautiful music. And yeah, there's not really much to this here. Not a booklet, just a disc and a sleeve. But I'm not really sure what to expect from this one. It could be experimental. It could be more slowcore. Who knows? But I trust Slow, and I've enjoyed everything I've heard by this group, so I'm sure I will enjoy this one as well. Okay, that about does it for this edition of Quickies. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.